The film begins in 1979. We see two police officers entering an empty house in a countryside area. As soon as they step inside, they are shocked. Several dead bodies are lying there, and the house is in terrible condition. One of the officers notices a way leading to the basement and calls the other officer. When they go down into the basement, they are stunned by what they see. The film does not show what exactly they saw, and the scene cuts to 2 days earlier. We are introduced to Maxine, a model who wants to become a superstar. At the start of her career, she was not getting roles, and to improve her financial condition and earn some money, she began working in low-budget adult films. We then see Maxine and her entire crew heading toward a shooting location. They arrive at the same house shown at the beginning of the film. The director gets out of the car and knocks on the door. An old man opens it while holding a gun. He initially thinks they are robbers who have come to attack and loot him. The director reminds him that he had rented his property to them for shooting a movie. The old man then says that he did not rent out this house, but another cabin further ahead, and he shows them the place. The crew starts unloading their equipment from the car. At that moment, Maxine notices an old woman standing at an upstairs window, staring at her strangely. The old man also reacts oddly when he sees Maxine, as if he does not like her presence there. He tells the director that they had not agreed on so many people staying. The director convinces him by offering some extra money and asks him not to react negatively. The old man warns them that his wife lives there too and does not like noise or disturbance. He tells them not to do anything she would dislike, or he will immediately throw them out. The director reassures him, and the old man leaves. The crew begins preparing for the shoot inside, while Maxine goes out to explore the farm. Suddenly, the old woman quietly comes up behind her, startling her. The old woman asks her to sit and starts talking, even offering her lemonade. Maxine feels uncomfortable and wants to leave, but the old woman begins telling her story. She says that she once wanted to be a model and a big star, just like Maxine. Before she can do anything strange, she hears someone moving inside the house. Knowing it must be her husband, she tells Maxine to leave through the back door because her husband does not like strangers coming there. Meanwhile, the crew finishes their preparations and begins shooting inside a barn. The old woman watches Maxine and starts imagining herself in Maxine's place. She remembers the dreams she once had in her youth of becoming a big star. Seeing Maxine living the life she once wanted fills her with visible hatred. Later, while talking to the others, she expresses her changed mindset. She says she does not like how actors, even when they have families and partners, get close to other people just for shooting. The director explains that during filming, closeness or even kissing between two people has no real feelings attached. It is just part of acting and their job. He says they never mix their professional and personal lives. His point impresses one of the women in the group, Lorraine. She begins thinking that she too wishes she had gotten a chance to act. Right there, the director offers her a role, but her boyfriend is not at all happy about it. Rur does not agree at first, but the director eventually convinces him, and they begin shooting the movie. At that moment, Rouget says nothing, but after thinking about everything, he becomes very upset and even cries. To calm his anger, he decides to leave the place altogether. He goes to the car and starts it, but suddenly the old lady appears in front of the vehicle. Rouget assumes that because of her age and unstable mental condition, she may have wandered outside. He steps out to help her and offers to take her back inside. However, the old lady suddenly hugs him and begins behaving inappropriately. Ruja feels extremely uncomfortable and tries to push her away. That is when she reveals her true nature and violently attacks his neck. Ruja screams for help, but the old woman overpowers him, throws him to the ground, and starts strangling him. He grows weaker and is unable to defend himself. Eventually, she kills him. After that, she takes the car keys and leaves. In the middle of the night, Lorraine wakes up and notices that Urge is not in bed. She goes outside to look for him. Hearing some noise, the director also comes out. Lorraine, worried, tells him that Urge is missing. The director initially brushes it off, saying he must be somewhere nearby. But when Lorraine insists that she has searched everywhere, he becomes concerned and starts looking for Urge himself. After checking the entire house, the director steps outside to inspect the barn area. He is barefoot. At the entrance of the barn, there is a nail sticking out of a wooden board, which he does not notice. The nail pierces his foot, and he falls to the ground in pain. As he lies there, he notices small holes in the barn wall. Through one of the holes, he sees a shadow outside. When he tries to look more closely, two sharp objects suddenly stab into his eyes through the holes, killing him instantly. It is revealed that the old lady had planned all of this. She had placed the nail and set the trap, knowing that anyone who came outside to investigate would be killed. Meanwhile, Lorraine is still searching for Urge and eventually reaches the old couple's house. The old man appears nervous. Lorraine tells him that her fiancé is missing. The old man explains that his wife is mentally unstable and capable of doing anything. Lorraine believes him and decides to help him find his wife before continuing her search for Urge. The old man suggests that she check the basement. As soon as Lorraine goes down, he seizes the opportunity and locks the basement door from the outside. It is then revealed that not only his wife, but he himself is also a psychopath. What exactly he plans to do with Lorraine is not shown. Lorraine tries for a long time to open the door, but when she fails, she begins searching for another way out. When she turns on her flashlight, she sees something horrifying in front of her, just like the police officers were shocked at the beginning of the film. She screams loudly. Her scream wakes up another crew member who is sleeping in a nearby cabin. Lorraine now realizes that this couple is not ordinary. They are extremely dangerous and enjoy killing people. The young man who wakes up after hearing Lorraine's scream comes outside and finds the old man. He asks if everything is all right. The old man tells him that his wife is missing and must be found urgently because her mental condition is unstable. The young man offers to help him, thinking he is doing a good deed, not realizing that he is digging his own grave. The old man takes him to a deserted lakeside. There, the young man notices a car submerged in the water but cannot understand what happened. Before he can fully process the situation, the old man shoots him from behind without giving him any chance to react, killing him on the spot. The scene cuts back to Lorraine in the basement. She is terrified and desperately looks for something to defend herself. She finds an axe and begins breaking the basement door with it. Through a hole in the door, she manages to push her hand outside and is about to unlock it when the old man suddenly arrives. The old man threatens Lorraine, telling her to stay locked inside or things will end very badly for her. Frightened by his warning, Lorraine stays trapped in the basement. Meanwhile, in the nearby cabin, after all the men have been killed, only Maxine and Bobby are left alive. Unaware of everything that has happened, Maxine is sleeping peacefully when the old lady suddenly enters the cabin, takes off her clothes, and lies down next to her. When Maxine feels something strange beside her, she wakes up and screams after seeing the old woman lying there. Hearing her scream, Bobby rushes in. She notices that no one else is in the cabin besides them, and the old lady's disturbing appearance makes it seem like she is mentally unstable. Bobby covers her with a cloth and says she will take her back home. Although it is clear the old lady does not want to go, Bobby forcefully drags her outside. As they pass by the lake, the old woman deliberately pushes Bobby into the water. She knows there are alligators in the lake, and just as she expected, the alligators attack and kill Bobby. After this, the old lady returns to her husband. They go back to the cabin that the crew had rented. There, she notices that Maxine is missing. Upset, she tells her husband to go find her. From their conversation, it becomes clear that everything happening has been planned by both of them. The old man asks why she still wants Maxine. The old woman replies that she does not know, but perhaps she has started liking her. Maxine has the same passion she once had in her youth, and that is why she wants her. While the couple is distracted, Maxine takes the opportunity to escape from the room. She runs to her car, but discovers that the old lady has punctured the tires. At that moment, she hears Lorraine screaming for help from the basement. Maxine grabs a gun and goes downstairs. She finds Lorraine and frees her from the basement. Maxine urges her to run away together, saying the situation is dangerous and their lives are at risk. However, Lorraine is angry. She blames them for bringing her there and does not seem to care about anything anymore, especially since her fiancé is already dead. Holding an axe, she decides to run away on her own. Unfortunately, that decision proves fatal. As soon as she steps forward, the old man appears and shoots her dead. Maxine witnesses this and hides, trying to save herself. The old lady then tells her husband that they no longer need Maxine because they have reunited as a couple. They decide to let her go. After making this decision, they plan to dispose of the bodies. As they try to move Lorraine's body, they realize she is not completely dead and is still twitching. When she suddenly moves, the old man gets terrified. Already weak and suffering from heart problems due to his age, he panics and collapses from a heart attack. Maxine takes advantage of the situation and tries to shoot the old lady, but she discovers that the gun is empty. Seeing this, the old woman laughs mockingly and says she knows exactly what Maxine does and what she wants: to become a star. Maxine boldly declares that she is a star and will become even bigger soon, and the whole world will know her name. Seeing her passion once again fills the old woman with jealousy. She picks up her husband's gun and tries to shoot Maxine. However, when she fires, the recoil throws her backward, fatally injuring her. Maxine remains completely unharmed. Seeing the old woman's condition, Maxine laughs. She takes the car keys, gets into the old couple's car, and prepares to leave. The old woman, still alive but furious, insults her from behind. Enraged, Maxine runs the car over her head, killing her, and drives away from the farm. The scene then cuts to several days later. The same scene from the beginning of the film. 2 police officers are investigating the house. They find multiple dead bodies and are shocked. In the basement, they also discover a hanging corpse, which horrifies them even more. As they finish their investigation and prepare to leave, they reflect on the horrific events that took place in that house.